growth or comfort? Mine is growth.
Growth, yeah.
Growth is uncomfortable. Yeah. Invest in yourself or play it safe?
Invest in myself.
Invest in yourself?
That's a dumb question.
Stay the same or evolve? Evolve?
Dirt.
Block them or stalk their page?
Block.
Stalk their page.
Block them. I ain't stalking nobody. Such a waste of time.
It's fun sometimes, though.
So I can't say we as a collective haven't done it, but I don't think I ever have sat down, not ever, but not like in my recent healing in the last like few years, sat down and just looked at someone's page.
Welcome to I Am Her. We're all about glitter, grit, and grace. This is The Shift, where spiritual meets spicy, F-bombs meet forgiveness, and shadow work occasionally throws glitter.
Welcome, everyone, to I Am Her, Season 2, episode number 11.
I was going to say 698 because that's what it feels like.
Yeah, 698. That's right.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, it's just easier to say 11.
Yeah. Totally.
It's an angel number, 11.
Glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. Yeah. What you been doing?
Bro, so I went into my braces appointment today. Ortho, I think, is what you would call it, technically. And I was like, take them off.
You've been saying that several times, and they're still there.
But every time. So then she had me hold a mirror up and bite down, and she was like, see how that's not aligned? And I was like, I really wish you didn't show me that right now, now I'm a perfectionist and I'm like, I already have them on.
But you get so frustrated because of the appointments and the wires.
It's not even that. So whenever I went in last time, so 6 weeks ago, it's called cinching, right? Like they have to wrap it around the back so that it doesn't come out when I eat, because when I bite down, the wire goes down. So it has to be connected. And they were like, oh, just eat on the right side of your mouth. For almost 2 months, you want me to just eat on the right side of my mouth? What? And then when something happens to this wire and you guys can't get me in, then what? I just don't. Protein shakes. And that's exactly what happened. I only ate on this side. And then one of the wire came out and I had issues with it. And so I had to call them and be like, look, I'm not going to last. You need to get me in. And they're like, we don't really have open appointments. I'm like, then make one. I have to be able to eat. So that is why. And I've had braces before and I've never had an ortho tell me, just eat on one side of your mouth. You'll be fine. I'm sorry, what? I already have a lot of food restrictions right now and self-inflicted torture with food. Like, I can't have this also. So naturally I go in and they're like, you haven't been wearing your bands. And I'm like, see, what happened was
No.
Because when we went to you weren't there for Cocoon Butterfly, I left the hotel and I left everything, in all of my bands, all of my wax, everything in the hotel room. So naturally you would think, oh, I'll call them and I'll go in and get some more. I did not. Yeah. So today I took 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, and I don't like to take medicine, but I have bands on both sides. The first 3 to 4 days, I just won't survive, and I'll be mean to everyone for no reason. I guess the reason is I'm in pain. That's not a good excuse.
So let's circle back real quick now. Do you have a 2-pack of bands and wax in case this happens again?
I kid you not, they gave me about 1,000 bands.
Okay.
Keep
them in separate spots in case you do go on a vacay.
Put some in my car and some in the bath, because that's what happened. Is they gave me a lot of bands last time and I just left the whole bag, the one bag it was in the hotel room. And I'm like halfway home because I drove that time, and I'm like, is it worth it? And I'm like, yeah, I'll get more. And then I got busy and I never went and got more. Braces are a 0 out of 10. Don't recommend.
I never had them. I never needed them. I've always had pretty straight teeth. My teeth are not in the best shape. I've taken medication since I was a small child for various health reasons and stuff, and it's just finally catching up with me now.
This is like my 4th time with braces. Will she wear her retainers this time?
$1 million.
Literally, it's what we're gonna roll into if I don't wear my retainers next time. God, I was like ready, so ready. My mindset was already like, oh, I can't wait to have them off. And then but look, just hear me out. And I'm like, no, you're gonna talk me into another 6 weeks when they're off and they're like good. And then I just have to wear my retainers. I had to be a good girl.
Yeah.
How about you? What's up with life? I know that you are getting ready to leave me in the dust.
I am. You're going to fly solo for a few weeks. I am finishing up getting things ready to go to Costa Rica next week. I'll be gone for 2 weeks and I'm pretty excited. It's for a business retreat that we're doing and I've never been there. It's been on my live list for a while, so I'm pretty excited to see it. And the other person that we are doing the retreat with, her name is Shayla. Been talking to her and helping her with her business stuff for a couple of years now and haven't met her yet. And so this is going to be exciting. Alyssa and I have not met her yet. And so it's going to be really fun.
I'm so excited for you guys. That's great. I originally was considering this trip and we've talked about this before that I'm just not a good traveler and also I don't have a passport. I think subconsciously I'm like sabotaging myself, like not getting a passport because I'm afraid if I have a passport then I might say yes and I'm just like not ready for the passport life. But again, happy for you guys.
They're good for 10 years though, so it's not like you have to get it and then renew it every year or something. So just get it and then you have it in case.
I know, but if I have it, then I'll say yes. Then I don't have an excuse to say no anymore.
Okay, so I'm waiting for the problem.
The problem is I don't want to go.
But you do because you considered it.
But here's the thing. If I did go, it would be most likely our core peeps. And you guys would, I feel like that could be a friendship breaker. Like my lack of ability to keep my opinion in, like my inside thoughts inside while being on a plane for 12, 15 hours with you guys, like you might throw in the towel at that point. Like you guys put up a lot like with me already. And I feel like that might be the deal breaker. Be like, don't invite Thylene.
It sounds like the first step is acknowledging the problem.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely am not afraid to say I'm the problem. So this last weekend I went to visit family and they have lots of kids and just all that means is more germs, right? Like more exposure. And so I feel like because I did it halfway, I'm halfway sick right now. I halfway manifested whatever the fuck that was. Because yesterday when I got off work, I looked at the clock and it was 5:30 and I'm like, I'm not going to make it. So I went and laid down and then I woke up at 7 and I was like, oh shit, dinner. I haven't done anything. I didn't study. I didn't nothing. And your body tells you what it needs, right? I went and took a almost 2-hour nap and it worked out okay. It was fine. And my body obviously needed it, but I can definitely feel, especially when I wake up, that I'm like, there's something going on. But it's not fully manifesting because I only half manifested it. I started the manifestation and I was like, whoa.
Slow down there, Trigger. Slow down.
Too fast.
We had so much fun in California with our rapid fire segment. We have to answer very quick. We have 2 options. We can't explain. So we're just going to do that again. We just pulled up some stuff from past episodes. Mm-hmm. Now, there might be a few that we have to pause on if we need to explain. But if we need to explain it, it's gonna be a fast explanation. All right, let's get to it. Rapid fire. Pick your chaos. Okay. Stay comfortable or risk losing them.
Risk losing them.
But stay comfortable.
You failed on the first one.
Oh, gosh. Coffee or LaCroix?
Coffee.
LaCroix. Okay. I don't even know why I'm asking this one. Say what you feel or keep the peace.
Say what
you feel.
Go fuck. Duh.
Okay. Cry in the car or cry in the shower?
Both.
Cry in the shower.
I cry in the car all the time.
I actually do both. But yeah. Mostly in the shower.
The shower is good because like you can visualize all that shit just going down the drain. But sometimes a car drive, like you're driving and then you stop and then you're driving again, it feels like movement, which helps, I think, in some ways.
Old pattern or new discomfort?
New discomfort.
New discomfort.
Every time.
Add to cart or talk yourself out of it?
Add to cart.
Add to cart. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I actually was doing that today.
I was feeling my Temu cart. All right. Talk it out or text it out? It depends. Is the person in front of me or do they live 5,000 miles away?
But also, if I feel like texting, I'll fucking text. If I don't want to, then I will say something to you. It depends on my mood. How about that? That's my answer.
My answer is or. All right.
Yeah.
Protect your peace or prove your point? Protect your peace.
99% of the time.
Therapy or Target? Isn't that the same?
That's my answer.
Target. All right. Safe paycheck or risky opportunity?
Both. Literally, because that's what I'm doing.
Samesies. We should have put a disclaimer at the front that we can make our own options. So, it's our game. We can do what we want. Okay. Yeah. Sit with it or spiral about it?
Both. Depends.
Yeah, it depends on the day.
And who. Like, I do like to sit with things, though. What about you? Like, I like to think things through these days a little bit.
I do, but if I start thinking too long, then I start to spiral. So it's like a vicious cycle.
But you got to have some balance because you still have to think things through, but you have to be willing to take the risk.
Yeah. Romanticize your life or complain about it?
Complain. I'm just kidding. Probably neither.
I do both.
I don't really romanticize about my life, though. I manifest, I visualize, but I don't romanticize it.
I think to me, that's the same thing. Romanticizing is like talking it into existence. It's a different way to say manifesting.
Like in my head, romanticizing is like not, it has like a negative connotation to it. Negatively fantasizing. Romanticizing to me means that you do that, but in your head, you think that you can't have it. That's why you're romanticizing it. Which is why manifestation to me is different because you're visualizing something that you believe that you can have. All
right. Set the boundary or avoid the conflict.
Set the boundary. Set that motherfucker.
Set the motherfucker. But also avoid it if it's no point in engaging.
But also don't set pointless boundaries that are a waste of your time, energy, and breath.
Yeah. Exactly. Soft girl era or villain era?
Villain. No, both.
Yeah, I was going to say both because some soft girl gets you some things and villain gets you other things. So it's manipulating the system.
I agree. And I feel like we deserve to do that for one. And for two, I feel like we go in and out of both. And like, for me, the villain is who I am outside of the home. And when I come home is when I want to be in my soft girl era. So both.
Journal it out or talk it out? I don't like to journal, so I will talk it out.
I don't like to necessarily journal either, but I do utilize journaling, but I'm not going to keep it there.
Yeah. Save it or spend it. Spend it. Yeah, that's a downfall. Over-explain or say less. I used to be over-explain, but I'm getting better at saying less.
Same, but also I'll say exactly what the fuck needs to be said to get my point across. Like, I used to say less when it mattered and over-explain when it didn't.
So your answer could be depending on the situation?
No, my answer is I'll say whatever the fuck I want, when I want, how I want. Period.
Exactly. So you could be over-explaining or saying less. Okay. Feel it now or numb it out.
Feel it now always, especially since our friend Jamie Bond told us typically it takes 90 seconds to move through you. What was it? Numb it? I used to numb it. I used to drink or...
Yeah. Be right or be understood.
Wait, ho? You didn't answer it. You just said...
I was so focused on your answer. Feel it now.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Just making sure. That was one that we would have to talk about after this if you answered wrong.
Okay.
Next.
Clean the house or ignore it and reset tomorrow.
Holy shit, clean the house. Always. I cannot. Like last night, I fell asleep and I woke up this morning and the dishes. I just cannot. I can't.
Oh, I'm always a reset tomorrow.
Not anymore. I used to be. I just can't do it.
Now, when my kids were young, that was a different story.
Yeah.
Chase clarity or accept the silence.
I would never accept silence.
I would chase clarity because if I'm not understanding of something, I will say I need clarity on that.
Always.
Because I can't make a decision unless I...
And I crave knowledge. Like, I don't, regardless of the situation, I have to know. I'm not someone who can just put something down and then not think about it anymore. Which is a blessing and a curse. I'll just say that.
Growth or comfort. Mine is growth.
Growth, yeah.
Growth is uncomfortable. Yeah. Invest in yourself or play it safe.
Invest in myself.
Invest in yourself.
That's a dumb question.
Stay the same or evolve. Evolve.
Dirt.
Block them or stalk their page.
Block.
Stalk their page.
Block them. I ain't stalking nobody. Such a waste of time.
It's fun sometimes, though.
So I can't say we as a collective haven't done it, but I don't think I ever have sat down, not ever, but not like in my recent healing in the last like few years, sat down and just looked at someone's page before.
Okay. Plan everything or trust it'll work out.
Both.
Samesies. Both. Wait for permission or decide for yourself. Most cases, I would say decide for myself, but depending on the situation, sometimes you kind of have no choice.
Would you wait for permission for?
If it has something to do with my job and I have to get authority from someone else.
That's funny because in my job, and my manager could watch this, he would agree that I don't wait for permission in my job either.
Being in the environment I work in, I think that's probably why, because there's a lot of more HIPAA and all that kind of stuff that we have to...
I have CP&I, but not HIPAA, obviously.
For personal things, yeah, decide for myself. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Boundaries or burnout?
Boundaries.
Boundaries. To avoid the burnout.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though it can still creep up. All right, play small or be seen?
Be seen.
I'm going to say both. And I think play small doesn't mean what a lot of people think it does for me, because sometimes I play small in the sense that I like to do stuff without putting it out there until I'm ready to put it out there. So behind the scenes, and then tell the world what it is. Yeah. Face it or distract yourself.
Face it every single time. And it's really sucky because some of the shit that you face is just super hard. But every time I'm glad that I have the hard conversations because they're always worth it. Sometimes I even count in my head like 1, 2, 3, say it. Because they are hard. It's hard to be vulnerable and speak your mind to people, because everybody has someone that intimidates them. And when you find your version of what that is and you still stand up for yourself, that shit's hard.
Yeah, I definitely say face it too. There might come a time during when you are facing it that you have to distract yourself in amongst as you're processing it, but start with face it every time. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get through it.
I concur.
Overpack or forget something important. I
do underpack.
I do underpack because I only take a carry-on.
No, you're insane.
But I fit everything in. I am like a master packer, I tell you.
I know. And that's the thing is I bring all of the things I overpack and I still forget something. I'm like, did you bring? And you're like, yeah, I got you. I'm like, how is this happening right now?
So when you needed lotion in California, and I happened to have this little Bath and Body Work thing in my bag. And so when we went to Arizona, I purposely put hand lotion, like a tube of it, in my bag because I knew you were going to ask for it. And my hairbrush. Yes. And thankfully I brought face wash because you needed that too.
Yep. And if I were to bring everything and not forget anything, I would still forget face wash. It never ends up being something that goes in my bag. I don't know.
Whenever we're on a trip together, you can just count on me for the face wash and the hairbrush, okay?
No, I can always count on you.
All right. Let it go or keep revisiting it.
Both. Depends on what it is.
Yeah, sometimes you have to keep revisiting it to get through it.
To get to otherwise you're ignoring it and sweeping it under the rug, and we've worked really hard in our lives to not do that, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
But after it does get to a point where there's nothing else you can do, then it's time
and you're beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Let that shit go.
Fear or alignment?
Alignment. But there is such thing as healthy fear, I think, but alignment most of the time.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Doubt yourself or trust yourself?
I always trust myself. Oh, there's a healthy amount of... Can doubt be healthy? I feel like I have a certain amount of doubt always, but that's...
I was going to say both.
Yeah, that's the light and the dark within you, right?
Yeah.
That if you didn't have doubt, then there'd be nothing to overcome.
Yeah, exactly. Someday or today?
Today.
I think it depends on the situation. For me.
Someday over the rainbow. I don't know.
Close,
but no.
Peace or petty?
Peace. Petty makes me...
Sometimes I say things just to rile people up.
I know you do. I'm aware that you do.
Yeah.
And I'm
on the fence. I'm on the beam. I'm on the beam in the middle.
Petty is a no for me.
No for me, dog.
That's a no for me, dog.
All right. Here we go. Here's the final 5. Okay. Leave them on red or double text.
Red.
I'm going to text them twice just to annoy the crap out of them.
And that's your petty and me. That is the petty that you... Yeah. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Huh? Exhibit A.
Apologize first or wait it out. I'm going to apologize if I did something wrong.
I will always take responsibility for my actions, and I will apologize if I do something wrong.
Yeah.
Because we're constantly evolving and learning. But I'll be damned, because you and I both have done this in our past where we apologize for stuff that isn't an us thing, but it's easier and it keeps the peace for us to apologize.
Yes.
So in those situations, fuck to the nah.
Hail to the nah. All right. Revisit the past or close the chapter?
It depends.
I'm going to say 80% close the chapter. But in order to heal, you have to revisit the chapter.
And I think we talked about that on the retreat, is like this 80-20 type. Yeah.
when we went like deep into our childhood, we have to revisit that chapter before we can close it. Yeah.
Yep.
Emotional availability or mystery?
Ooh, both?
Yeah, I'm going to say a little bit of both. I'm going to be emotionally available for the right people, but I'm also going to make people wonder.
I feel like a good mystery, I guess, about me, but also with boundaries. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
All right. And the final question of the night. Healed or still a little toxic? I think it depends on who you ask. Because if I ask somebody in my past, they're going to say I'm a little toxic. Other people would think I was healed. If I'm only asking myself, I would say it's about 80 healed and about 20% still a little toxic.
Because my journey will never stop and I'm constantly evolving and learning, I will say both. Just because sometimes, like when I look back, there's so many things that I used to do that I don't do now because I learned and I evolved. But it was pretty fucking toxic. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to say or do something that I think is that I'm standing up for in the moment. And then, like, when I learn from that situation and I evolve from that, that I won't be like, ooh, that was a bit toxic. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So mostly not toxic though. Like,
I feel like you're about 80-20.
Am I?
That's a good mix. You know? 80 on the healed side, just so you know. Not 80 on the toxic side.
95.5.
All right. That was fun. I like to do those things because we learn more about each other every time we do it. And I just think they're a lot of fun.
And you asked something that was like, you asked one that I think we've done. Oh, leave someone on red.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm curious what I said the last time we did that. So I'm going to have to go look.
You'll have to go back and watch because I don't remember what either of us said, really.
I don't either. So I'm glad we do this. I think we should do it again, like in a few months.
Yeah.
And so that we can, but different, obviously, but some of the stuff like same, so that we can like go back and be like, have we changed?
Yeah, I think it's fun.
I think so. Okay. Safe travels, my friend.
Yes, I'm very excited. So Tylene's going to hold down the fort while I'm gone.
That's fucking...
Yeah. All right. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. And don't forget, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, or your favorite podcast platform. Until next time, take what resonates and leave the rest. And remember, somewhere a lion in a Hawaiian shirt is cheering you on. Bye, everybody.